Georgia's increasingly polarized elections board is one step closer to changing election rules statewide. Former President Donald Trump praised three of the board's Republican members by calling them by name at his Atlanta rally over the weekend. The former president called the board members pit bulls that are fighting for victory. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from the state capitol with the latest on this, and it's getting some controversy, Angelique.
Yes, it is. Good afternoon to you, Christine. The former president's comments are coming under heavy criticism because they violate the board's code of conduct. Now, that code of conduct says members should avoid any appearance of conflict and impropriety.
My position is a non-partisan position, so I don't participate in any partisan activities at all as a board member. The other board members, whether they participate in something, it's up to them.
Georgia's election board chairman made it clear he does not play politics. Many have criticized his Republican colleagues on the board, who have all questioned Joe Biden's victory in the 2020 election and were applauded by name by former President Trump during his weekend rally in Atlanta. The chairman says all board members should remain objective.
We're here to represent all members of Georgia, all the voters of Georgia, whether they're Democrats, Republicans, or independent.
Board member Janelle King welcomed the shout out by Trump at the Georgia State rally.
I expect, or I should say I appreciate the encouragement from the president. I think one of the things I advocated for is I think we should continue to encourage people to do the right thing. I think if more people stop attacking the people who are doing the wrong thing and just encourage the people who are doing the right thing.
On Tuesday, the board voted 3-1 to initiate rulemaking procedures, which will include a reasonable inquiry before counties certify election results. Now, King and the other two board members are coming under fire from the NAACP. State President Gerald Griggs tweeted this afternoon that changing the rules in the middle of a major election is not wise. He went on to say it only creates confusion and unnecessary complications. We are live from the state capitol. Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Angelique, thanks so much.